Okay, let's dive in. Today we're looking at just one source, a tech news piece called Neuralink Breakthrough and Controversy.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal here is really to, unpack what this article is claiming, get a handle on the technology it's describing, and then dig into the controversies it raises.
Yeah, and the article starts by setting the scene, doesn't it? It talks about the real challenges for millions of people.
Oh,
Paralysis, blindness, other brain issues.
right.
And it makes a point of saying current tech often involves, quote, clunky wires and suffers from slow response. It really frames the need.
It definitely paints a picture of the problem space.
Yeah.
So then the source introduces Neuralink's answer. It's described as this surprisingly small thing, a coin-sized chip,
Yeah, compact.
and apparently packed with 1,024 threads inside. The source uses this analogy, saying it's meant to read your brain like a USB port.
That USB analogy is pretty striking. It's clearly trying to make something incredibly complex sound familiar,
Makes sense.
And then the article jumps to what it calls a major breakthrough moment. This first human trial they recorded on.
Ah, yes, the chess playing.
Exactly. According to the source, a patient who was paralyzed could apparently play chess on a computer just by thinking. The article uses the word telepathically.
Telepathically.
Yeah.
That's quite a claim presented there. So how does the source say this actually works? What are the steps involved?
Well, the article lays out sort of a three-step process. Step one, a robot installs the chip right into the skull.
Okay, robotic surgery.
Step two, it connects wirelessly to your phone. Bluetooth, apparently.
Bluetooth, okay. Standard stuff there, relatively speaking.
And then step three is just, you think and you control devices, the source says instantly.
Instantly, wow. That sequence. That's a huge leap described there.
It is, but the source doesn't just leave it at the gee-whiz tech stuff. It pivots pretty quickly to the controversy.
Right, it has to. What does it highlight?
Well, it brings in the critics. Warnings about security, privacy, quoting someone saying, hackers could steal your thoughts. That's a pretty stark warning mention.
That is huge. The idea of thought hacking. And it doesn't stop there, does it? The ethical concerns.
No, it definitely gets into that. It cites this number, over 1,500 animals died in testing. That's a tough figure.
1,500, yeah.
And the source kind of throws it back to the reader, asking directly, would you risk it? It really underscores the personal stakes involved, beyond just the tech promise.
It forces you to think about that trade-off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The potential benefits versus these, really serious risks and ethical questions raised in the testing phase mentioned.
Exactly. How do we weigh that? And looking forward, the source also includes that Elon Musk quote,
The memory backup one.
yeah, claiming, soon we'll back up memories like iCloud. That specific claim, as reported in this source anyway, really pushes things into, science fiction territory almost.
Or maybe just future territory, depending on how you look at it. So if we pull together the main threads from this single source, we've got this potentially game-changing tech breakthrough, right?
Controlling things with your mind, essentially.
Yeah, but it's presented side by side with these really deep controversies, security risks, the animal testing data, that very personal risk assessment.
The source definitely presents both sides, the incredible potential and the significant hurdles and ethical shadows. It doesn't really give you an easy answer.
No, it doesn't. And it leaves off with that final kind of provocative question for you, the listener, which really sums it all up. Is this the next iPhone?
Or a Black Mirror episode.
Exactly. Definitely something to keep thinking about as this story unfolds.